We arrived at the cemetery around 3 p.m. After searching several older sections, we were able to locate the Moore and Stillinger graves. We paid our respects and laid flowers, along with a few prayers and words of how sorry we were that this happened. A team picture was taken, and it felt a little disrespectful, but necessary given the opportunity. This visit to the cemetery changed all of us. We arrived at the house of the left at 4 p.m. as instructed. We received our tour from Johnny and was given specific instructions not to lock ourselves out. We unloaded the gear and completed our routine setup. Several noises, voices, and CCTV camera glitches got our attention. We took a break and I was able to get feedback from the team.
So what are you thinking?
I think the house is active. It's really sad. It wasn't that sad. I mean, yes, it was sad. It was like, oh, this is just horrible, reading about it, watching the video and all that, and then going to the cemetery, that was sad. And then coming there, what really hit me is the beds. You just picture them little sweet little faces sleeping. Not a care in the world. You know, their bellies full with milk and cookies they just had. They're all happy from their little church function. They probably played it all day and had a great time. And then they just didn't deserve that. It got a little overwhelming for me when I was doing the tour. Super sad.
So, yeah, I agree. The cemetery was a little overwhelming. When we finally found the headstones and we walked up to them, it all became real, and yeah, it was just sad. It was just wrong. And then after all that, I just felt real angry. I felt very upset and pissed off that somebody would do that to children. And adults too, obviously, but children, they're special, and you don't mess with children. You just don't. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I was freaking mad. It was not right. And being here at the house now, we just completed setup. We had a bunch of issues with our DVR, which I resolved. But yeah, I mean, you could just picture them in the beds. When you walk through the house and you see the beds, you could picture them in the beds. You can kind of picture the violent act kind of thing, and it's just messed up.
It's disgusting. I mean, that's just...
typically we go to places and we investigate hauntings of somebody who had passed away by natural causes, and the claim is that they haunt the location and they're there and they make noise and give us EVPs. But this is a whole different ball game. This is life taken away way too soon, and in a very violent manner. So again, the goal still is to find out who did this, because they still don't know. So hopefully we can get some kind of answers tonight, get them to talk to us and get some kind of answer on what happened, why the kids, But anyway, so what do you guys think so far?
Cool location.
Interesting.
I was trying to. When we first walking like to the back, up to the back door, I kind of had that
that like almost reenactment feeling, kind of looking through everything, touching and feeling. It's you said it's sad.
Felt dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you definitely feel different coming out. I don't know if it's just like in my head because you know the trauma and everything behind it, but you just when you come outside, you feel more like a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
Not
heavy
like
in
a
there.
scared like I feel better outside, but you just feel like okay, I'm outside now.
Your body knows that something
Yeah,
bad
it's
happened there,
definitely-
and it's not.
Yeah.
No, every time I've gone in, the air's been heavy and it's
Yeah.
different.
Well, Andrew, you made a interesting comment. I'm going to come over here. I'm getting a glare. You made an interesting comment that, you know, you felt like you were kind of walking in the steps of...
Like the eyes of the killer.
Yeah.
It just like every time you walk through the back door and you walk up the stairs, you grab the railing, you're looking in the bedrooms, and it's not a big house, so you're just kind of seeing it from all different perspectives. It's eerie. To definitely say that it's eerie.
Yeah, I just recorded my session, and that was, you know, talking about the cemetery too, and you know how that all, you know, went down. And
Yeah, I'd say that was definitely what brought it all together, even more than seeing the house.
It made it real.
Yeah, because I mean we've been to locations that have scary stories and I mean all these facts and stuff, but to see it and see the end result, yeah, it's definitely hits a little harder.
Nate, thoughts?
It's just a weird vibe when I go in. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel like extremely emotional. I just feel like just a weird something's there. I don't know if I should be there or not, but it's letting me know. It's like, hey, I'm here. Like, you're gonna hear from me. Like, there's. If you keep on coming in, you're definitely gonna hear from me.
And that's kind of what I felt. I've already heard a lot of noise going on in there as I was messing around with the DVR, and everybody else was outside, and yeah, I did catch some noises and stuff going on, so I definitely think that they're going to make themselves known, and hopefully on that first session when they start hearing what I'm reading, that should be pretty interesting. So, Vic, any thoughts?
Well, I'm pretty much in the same boat as these guys. Definitely an eerie feeling. Anger. I guess that's what you
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah. I think you're in the same boat as me. You know, we're both kind of pissed off that this happened.
That's my first emotion goes to anger, and it's not even like anything, like nothing about the adults, but it's like the kids. And that's where the anger it immediately hits you right in the pit of your stomach.
I even said that comment to you too. Just you can almost like sense everybody's like everybody's energy in the building, like literally every individual.
But there's
you can
different levels
see
of
how
being
it,
down.
How
right?
it felt like.
Yeah,
I don't know, I just feel like everybody was
down
I
and
kind
sad.
of noticed
Anytime
it
we go
on
into
you
set-
too. Like when you walked in,
Yeah,
like
like
we
we're
were
going through
outside, we were
setup.
just having fun. We were setting up like it was nothing, and then you walked in, and you just like cold face.
I wouldn't
like,
even say
not happy,
the guy's
like-
story didn't influence me. Not that I don't like discredit. Not that I'm discrediting him, I should say. But I mean, like I said, you hear the stories and everything, but just I feel like the kid thing totally
Yeah,
plays.
it's not to
Yeah.
be
Plays to more of an emotional
compassionate
side of it
against
for
the
sure.
adults and anybody else who was affected, the
Yeah.
family members, because I mean you got to think about that too. That's devastating for the people who have to live on.
And it's
knowing
not
that.
like it's not a made up story like a ghost story. Like these are people that actually got killed in this house.
Yeah.
We saw their gravestones today.
Yeah, and then you
That
saw
was-
their parents,
that was the real-
and you
that
saw
was real stuff.
the gap in age, right? They lived for like 4 or 5 more decades
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. Having to come back and forth and see that and have
That's what I struggled
they
with
have
today.
answers but no answers.
Seeing 1945 on the parents of the Stillingers, 46 and 45, that means they spent the whole rest of their life thinking about that.
Yeah.
And then I only lost the 2 girls, but they lost a baby 2 months later.
Yeah.
I'm
Like I
sure
said,
it was due to the stress.
Absolutely.
What do you think hurts
Absolutely.
more though, that or the fact that there was no
There was
closure?
no result.
Nothing.
Like no
Nothing
true
after the
closure.
5 years in the
100
sun.
years later, right? They got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's our job tonight, is to try to find out who the heck did this. And we have a really good plan set up, so we'll work that plan as best we can, and we're going to take the investigation where it leads us. That's 100%. So if something happens and it takes us in a totally different direction, that's what direction we're going. So we have a plan, but we can always improvise. Any final thoughts?
Let's roll.
All right.
I'm good to go. Let's do it.
Good to go?
That's the key word. Good to go.
Yeah, good to go.
Good to go.
I would like to introduce our team to all of you. My name is Tom. This young lady right here is Angie, Vic, Andrew, Nathan, and Christina. We are a very special group. We're sent here to communicate with all of you. We are not here to upset you. We specifically want to just communicate with you. We're a good group. We have good intentions. We plan on interacting with you with the deepest respect. We find it unacceptable that the person responsible for this was never held accountable. Children are precious. They should be loved and taught right from wrong. They should learn about responsibilities and to care for one another. That they should respect adults and not fear them. Kids need to be kids. They should be able to fight and argue with their siblings, complain about chores, celebrate birthdays, go to church functions, 4th of July parades, have presents under the Christmas tree, and eat all kinds of sweets, and play with their favorite toys. There should be no monsters. This is 2019. It has been 107 years since your tragic event, and we would like to share with you the events leading up to that night and the discoveries the following morning. This may be difficult for you to hear, but this is the actual documentation from 1912. At any time you want me to stop, just come close. This device, come close to it and it'll light it up and it'll let me know that you want me to stop. We use this to answer yes and no questions. So if the answer to the question we ask is yes, just light up the device. So I will begin. The Moore family consisted of parents Joe, 43, Sarah, 39, and their 4 children, Herman, Montgomery, Mary Catherine, Arthur Boyd, Paul Vernon, and the Moores were well known and well liked in their community. On the evening of June 9, 1912, the Moore family attended Presbyterian Church where they participated in the Children's Day program, which Sarah Moore had helped coordinate. After the program ended at 9:30 p.m., Ina May and Lena Gertrude Stillinger were afraid to walk home in the dark, so they phoned home to ask permission to spend the night with the Moores. After reaching the girl's older sister and getting permission, The Moores and the Stillingers walked to the Moores' house, arriving between 9:45 and 10 p.m. After having cookies and milk, they all went to bed. At 7 a.m. the next day, Mary Peckman, the Moore's neighbor, became concerned after she noticed that the Moore family had not come out to do their morning chores. Peckman knocked on the Moore's door. When nobody answered, she tried to open the door and discovered that it was locked. Peckman let the Moore's chickens out and called Ross Moore, Joe Moore's brother. Like Peckman, Moore received no response when he knocked on the door and shouted. He unlocked the front door with his copy of the house key. While Peckman stood on the porch, Moore went into the parlor and opened the guest bedroom, where he found Ina and Lena Stillinger's bodies on the bed. Moore immediately told Peckman to call Hank Horton, Villisca's primary peace officer, who arrived shortly thereafter. Horton's search of the house revealed that the entire Moore family and the two Stillinger girls had been murdered. The murder weapon, an axe that was used to bust up coal belonging to Joe, was found in the guest bedroom where the Stillinger sisters were found. Doctors concluded that the murder had taken place between midnight and 5 a.m. Two spent cigarettes in the attic suggested that the killer or killers patiently waited in the attic until the Moore's family and the Stillinger guests were asleep. The killer began in the master bedroom, where Joe and Sarah Moore were sleeping. They used the blade of the axe on Joe while using the blunt end on the rest of the victims. They proceeded into the children's room and bludgeoned Herman, Catherine, Arthur, and Paul in the head in the same manner as their parents. Then moved downstairs into the guest bedroom and killed Ina and Lena. Investigators believe that all the victims, except for Lena Stillinger, had been asleep when murdered. They thought that she was awake and tried to fight back, as she was found lying crosswise on the bed and with defensive wounds on her arm. Lena's nightgown was also pushed up to her waist, and she was wearing no undergarments, leading to law enforcement speculating that the killer sexually molested or attempted to do so. Leading to law enforcement speculating that the killer sexually molested or attempted to do so. Please remember, we would like you to use this device to answer yes or no questions and comments. If your response is yes, come close to the device and it will light up. The closer you get, the more lights you get. Over time, many possible suspects emerged. I'm going to go through a few that were obvious at the time. If anyone would like to step forward and confirm who killed the Moores and the Stillingers, please do so. somebody else we should consider? Did a family member do this to you? Was this somebody from Villisca? I apologize to you if that upsets you, listening to that. But we thought it was important for you to understand that we know what happened. We've done our homework. We're very sad. We're very upset. And we are very angry too. You do not mess with children. We went to the cemetery today. We visited your graves, laid flowers. We're here with the utmost respect. We care very much about you and your family and the Stillinger girls. And we'd love an opportunity to communicate with you. If you can acknowledge that you're here, let us know that you're here with us. We would deeply appreciate it. This device that you see in the center of the room is designed to help you gain the energy needed to manifest yourself, to communicate, to make a noise, to acknowledge that you're here. What was that?
Sounded like somebody grabbed the door handle.
I got it. I got it. There ain't no way out here.
Sounded like somebody grabbed the door handle.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Don't want anybody to go running. It sounded like that door.
I was gonna say earlier when you were talking, I thought I saw a shadow like somebody outside because I saw like a dark pass here, so it looked like somebody ran by, and that's all I thought. So
Let me go walk out in front. I didn't really look out in front.
I didn't want to just cross the shadow.
Here, I don't want to go out there by himself.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, that was weird. Cause yeah, like I said, I saw the shadow pass by. And I thought there was somebody outside, maybe. I didn't say anything, and then the door, it sounded like somebody yanked on the door handle.
I've been looking in like the kitchen area because I've been seeing shadows. That's why I'm like.
Yeah, I thought I'm thinking it's people walking outside.
Somebody just walked by now.
That might be Vic.
Staring at the ladder, man. All right, guys, listen to me. Angie, did you move the key outside?
These are our truck.
Our truck?
Yeah.
Okay, and my keys are in the barn?
I have your key right in my pocket.
Okay. I'm just locking the door because I don't want anybody to walk in on us. That noise came from in this room.
Yeah, well, again,
Like the doorknob, though.
I saw,
There ain't nobody out there.
I thought I saw a shadow walk past the door, or past the window.
Went like this.
Yeah. We walked all the way around the house. There's nobody in sight.
I looked in the field.
Like somebody had walked past the window. I saw the shadow, and then like maybe a couple of seconds later, that's when the door went off. So,
Just saying.
So, Andrew, you thought you seen like a
Well,
break in the light?
a break in the light, not a shadow figure, but right here on the wall, it looked like a dark figure and had walked past the window. So
Vicky? Oh, not Vic. I'm gonna go out there and walk by that window. Go ahead and sit back where you were,
Okay.
just to confirm.
Mhm.
This is another device that we're gonna use tonight. It's similar to that one. If you get close to it, it'll light up. So I'm just gonna set that right here for you, for us. You know, there is a lot of, people coming by the house. We've already had to ask a bunch of them to leave because we're doing what we're doing, but, So do you like this device versus that device? Can you light it up and answer yes? If you like that one? Okay. Do you want me to shut that one off? We're still trying to get our bearings. This is a new place to us. So we're trying to get to know your house and all its noises. So if there's somebody here that could step forward and tell us their name, so we know who we're talking to. We're kind of chasing our tail here. So if you could do that, that would be great.
Can you say who is the person that tried to light that up? Can you tell us what your name is?
Stop him.
Lena? Are you here with us? Is it one of the children that lived here? Are you the one that's touching it, making it light up the pretty colors? Ina? Okay. It must have been Herman then. Was that you, Herman? Alright, well I'm gonna go back to Catherine, because when I said your name, it lit up. So is that you, Catherine? Can you do it one more time, so that I know that you're the person that's trying to talk to me? It lit up. So is that you, Catherine? Can you do it one more time, so that I know that you're the person that's trying to talk to me?
Maybe she prefers Mary Catherine.
Maybe. Would you rather me? Okay, so here's the deal. Yeah, like Tom said, to light it up, it means yes. Would you rather me call you Mary? Would you rather me call you Mary? Okay.
See?
I looked at pictures of you. You were so beautiful. I'd love to keep talking to you, but the only way that I know that you're able to communicate is by lighting it up. So do you think you can light it up, or keep lighting it up for me so that I know you want to talk? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You stay, you stay, you stay. Come on.
Sarah, are you here? How about Joe? The man of the house, are you here? I know thousands of people come into your home. Thousands. And I know you're probably so tired of seeing people. But the reason that we come is because we just really want to find out what happened to you. We want to help you. Yes, see, that's what we want to do. We want to help you. It's been over 100 years since this tragic event happened to you and your family. It's just horrific. There are people all over the world that have read your story.